Welcome to Lumen Lineage. I'm Crystal Parent, and I want to start with a question for today. Have you ever stayed in a relationship because of who you thought somebody could be? Potential over actions. That's what we're going to talk about today. So we're holding on to a fantasy version of somebody, right? Like not how they consistently showed up, but little glimpses, their potential, who you hope that they could be. The version of them that was kind, attentive, present, in the moment, being consistent, giving you the version of them that you thought was who they really were. And maybe that is a part of them, but if they don't have the capacity to meet you there, that's not fair either. One of the hardest truths that I've had to learn is attachment can make us loyal to potential over what actually exists. I think so many emotionally intelligent and empathetic women and men want to see the good in people, right? We understand complexity. So if somebody seems deep or guarded, we're like, oh my gosh, like I get that. I resonate with that. Like they're just struggling. They're scared. And we try to hold space. We try to be more understanding, more perceptive of somebody else's needs while abandoning our own. We begin saying they're just scared. They've been through a lot. They just need more time. They'll change once they heal. I can help them. I can help them. That's what we want to do. But I want you to consider something. Somebody's pain can't explain their behavior, and it's not your responsibility. People need to show up as the version that you deserve, not who you're going to mold them into, right? This isn't build a man, build a woman. People need to come and meet us at our level because we need things too, right? Relationships aren't built on potential. They're built on behavioral patterns and consistency and safety. That's how your nervous system is going to relearn. Potential says one day things might be different, and patterns say this is what is happening right now in this moment, and this is how I am feeling. Sometimes we become so obsessed with the potential or the dream or the fantasy of who they could be that we're ignoring who they are in this moment, and that is what really matters. Now, this isn't about labeling people as good or bad. It's just saying, how do I feel? Am I emotionally safe? Do I trust myself in this relationship? Am I being fulfilled with actions and consistency? Love should not require you to betray your own self or become smaller or not have all of your needs met. And I was talking to a girlfriend the other day, and there was something that wasn't what she was wanting in her partner, and she was like, I wonder if like you can have it all in somebody or if you're supposed to compromise. And I think once you're in the relationship, yes, compromising on dinner plans and that sort of thing, but not morals, values, and emotional safety. Like that is a non-negotiable. You need to put yourself first. I was one of those people, and I would go back to like previous texts of when I first started talking to somebody, and I was like, this is who they really are. This is what they have inside of them. But then they were showing up as completely different or have completely shut down or removed themselves from the connection. And I was grasping at straws because everybody wants to be loved, right? Like we're human. And that is the part that you need to break. That's the pattern. That's the clarity that we need to see. Anybody can show up beautifully occasionally or when they feel like. But can this person be consistent when life gets stressful? Who are they repeatedly? Who are they after conflict? Do they want to talk things out or do they shut down? Do they say the word K? A grown man saying the word K to a woman who is expressing her emotional needs? Yeah, that's a no. Who are they when nobody's watching? Those are the moments that reveal patterns, and this is where the halo method comes in. The first step, we illuminate what are the facts, not the hopes, the chemistry, doesn't matter, not the potential. What has actually happened? Okay, we're gonna sit with it. We're gonna bring everything to light. Then we're gonna reveal, how has this dynamic affected you emotionally? Have you had to become smaller? Have you had to compromise your emotional needs and your emotional safety? Have you been more anxious? If you feel that tightening in here, that's a sign. Have you been more disconnected from yourself? Have you become smaller? Okay, and then next we're going to explore lineage. This is what feels familiar here. Okay, a lot of us have generational trauma, and your DNA is passed down through the mother line. So there's a lot of patterns that I've broken generationally, I think, within my own lineage. But also this pertains to what feels familiar here to you. What about this is making you feel safe? Is it the chaos? Is it the uncertainty? Because a lot of us crave safety if we've experienced trauma or relationships like that. You should not have to earn affection from your partner. It should come freely. You should just exist and have your emotional needs met. You do not need to beg for clarity. I'm saying this to myself as well. Because often we're not even repeating relationships, we are repeating relationship patterns. And that's the dynamic that we need to kind of pull apart. And then finally, we want to return. We want to return to ourselves, honor our needs without guilt, and choose peace over potential. If it doesn't feel good in your body, that's a big sign. Listen to your body. Because choosing yourself doesn't mean that you stop loving them. You can still love people. It just means that you stopped abandoning yourself. You can wish people the best. And I used to spiral out and send crazy paragraphs to people. And honestly, I learned, you know what, maybe write it down somewhere so I get it out. And that's my experience and my perspective of somebody, but maybe their experience in the connection was a little bit different. And it can be painful because you have to let go of that person and you don't want to. You're letting go of this whole future and fantasy that you imagined, but that's grief. And grief deserves compassion. But so do you. So if you're listening to this today, you've been holding on to potential probably, and I want you to ask yourself these questions. If nothing changed, if this relationship stayed exactly how it was today, not from how it started, but where it's at today and what's actually happening. Is this somewhere that you would want to stay? Not after the healing, not after the promises, but today. Is this worth your while? Because clarity isn't cruel. It's compassionate. It allows us to make choices rooted in truth instead of fear. And you deserve relationships that don't require constant negotiation with reality. Thank you for being here. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found yourself attached to somebody because of a pattern that your nervous system is recognizing. I want to hear your thoughts. And if you're looking for deeper support navigating relationship confusion, Halo Clarity Notes are available. Until next time, observe the pattern, return to yourself.